I'm approaching 4 years of running every single day, and in this video I'm going to give you the 4 things that help me maintain that daily running habit. Tip 1, make it easy. Getting out the door every single day can be hard. You've got to think about what you're wearing, you've got to think about the route that you're going on, you've got to make sure you've got the time. All of those things can cause a barrier, get in the way. So what I need to do, and what I try to do, is as best I can reduce as much friction as possible between me and getting out the door. So that's simple things like making sure my running gear is ready for the next day. I've checked the conditions, I know what type of run I'm doing and what I'm going to have to wear. It can be reducing that cognitive load on my brain by knowing what type of run I'm doing or how long I'm going out for, what intervals I'm doing, and having that all preloaded onto my watch so that I don't have to think about it when I'm actually out on my run. And one of the most important ones for me personally is to try and get it done early, before the rest of the day happens, before the family are up, before the stresses of the work day begin. Once I know it's done, then the pressure is off and I can relax.
Tip 2, make it attractive.
Now, make it attractive is going to be different things to different people. For me, it's split into 2 parts. Part 1 is the races and events that I train for, and part 2 is making sure I've got the right gear and kit to train properly. So thinking about the first part, events and races. Now this is about having those targets in front of you that are just far enough away they're in reach, that are just challenging enough that they're a stretch, but that are still achievable, so that your motivation remains high. If, like me, you're at that juncture in life where you've got a young family, a busy job, and all of a sudden your time has evaporated into kids' parties and Excel spreadsheets, you need to readjust and think about what your priorities are. I would love to be out there running marathons and training for ultras. That's my passion. That's what I like doing, the longer endurance events. But I can't do that at the moment. I haven't got the capacity and the time. And so I have to readjust. The point is, in order to keep my running attractive, it's got to be achievable. And then the second part of make it attractive, having the right gear and kit. Now, this isn't about going out and spending mega bucks on super shoes and sore running vests, or whatever it is that is costing crazy amounts of money now. But it is about having comfortable, practical, functional kit for the weather and the conditions that you regularly train in. And you don't need to break the bank, but knowing that you've got the right things for the conditions and the weather is going to make getting out the door every single day an awful lot easier.
Tip 3, stack it.
Now, the stack it habit, this takes a little bit more thought and consideration, but if you can find things that you already do, that are already part of your daily routine, and you can manipulate them or adjust them so that it enables you to get in your daily run, even if it's just the daily mile, then it can be a really effective way of maintaining that running streak, particularly when things get a bit tough. So for me, I do this in two ways. Way number one is if I'm commuting to work on my bike, which I do quite often, then I know a spot where I can park the bike up, lock it up, and I can do a quick mile run. So I can do that as part of my commute home. And although I'm adding another 10 or 15 minutes to my commute, it doesn't feel like it because I'm stacking that habit in with something else that I'm already doing. And the second way that I do this is to have running gear everywhere. So I have it at work, I have it in the car. Now that run may not be an incredible training session, that may not be a long interval run, that may only be a single mile, but that's not the point. The point is about making sure that you maintain that habit so that the next day, when the conditions are more favourable for you to go out and do a proper run, you know that your running streak has been maintained. So stack it. Think about things you already do and find ways to manipulate and weave your daily run into those things.
Tip 4, just do 2 minutes.
Now the 2-minute rule is all about mental trickery, and I've lost count of the number of times that I've used this when I've been finding things difficult and hard to get out the door. So for example, if I'm not feeling very well, or maybe I've had an injury or a niggle, or it's the day after a really long hard race and everything is aching, or I'm really tired, I just tell myself I just have to do 2 minutes. Just 2. Run for 2 minutes and then you can stop. And every single time I don't even look at the watch. After about 30 seconds the thought is over and I'm off. It's easy, because the hard bit is simply putting the running shoes on and getting out the door. So try it. Next time you're finding it difficult to go for a run, whether you're on a run streak or not, just tell yourself, I only need to do 2 minutes and then I can stop. I guarantee that you will continue and finish that run. So there we go, wonderful people. 4 years of daily running and 4 tips that have helped me maintain it. And of course, it's just about ticking off one day at a time and being grateful for the fact that we can do this every single day. If you have any motivations or tips or tricks of your own, drop them in the comments below. Let's chat, let's connect, and I'll see you in a new video very soon.